Hey guys, JD here. So the question today is, how important is it to have an edge in the market? Very important. Very important, right? Hey, let's go deeper. So I remember a couple years ago, I watched this HBO documentary on Warren Buffett, and he was explaining how in his investment strategy, they have just identified a sweet spot. And he had it kind of like a pitcher's box for baseball. And he just said that he's learned how to look at companies, and if their numbers fit into this box, it's a go. It's as simple as that. He knows that if a company has the right type of income, profits, low expenses, low overhead, whatever he's looking at, he didn't reveal his edge, but he explained that he has one. He has a square box that he operates in. Any company that he buys has to fit into his edge. So, in trading in the binary, and I'm in the binary options market, it's vital to have an edge in the market. So, and my edge is, there's two. There's one that comes from my system, and then there's one that just comes from being in binary options. So, which is why I like binary options. But my edge. So the first edge is that it's my market cycle. It's my edge in the market is my understanding of the market cycle. This is something I teach in my course. So, for instance, let's just take one setup. The higher low, lower highs. You probably see an example of that here for the example today. I already know if I have a complete market cycle. So I look for, let's just say that the market cycle is a pattern, which it is. So if I see a complete pattern, I already know that my higher low or lower high is coming up next, right? So if I look at the market like Warren Buffett, I see my market cycle played out. Now I know, okay, it's about to be go time. All I have to do is wait for my lower high or higher low setup to come. Then if I get a good signal candle, I take it and I live with the results. So that's my edge. My edge is that I know when my trade is going to happen. I know where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. All I need is to get the setup or the pattern, the higher low, my green, red, green, or my red, green, red pattern with a good signal candle, and it's a go. That's my edge in the market cycle. That gives me the edge because I understand how the market moves. Once it gets into my box, it's go time. So trading is mostly waiting. I'm waiting to find a complete market cycle. Then I'm waiting to see my pattern. Then I'm waiting for a signal candle. After that, it's a go. So, hey, having an edge in the market is vital because without that, I'm just guessing. Without that edge, without following that market cycle, waiting for my setup, waiting for the signal candle, without all of that, you might as well just flip a coin. You have no edge. So you have to have something that you say that raises the probability of you winning. That's your edge. Your edge raises the probability of you winning. And if you haven't identified what your edge is, you're still out here just flipping a coin. So get an edge, okay? And so, that's my edge. Now, the second edge, actually, I didn't think this through. I'll be honest. Is this an edge? This may not be an edge. I just want to point something out about the binary options market because a lot of people will be like, well, you got to win at a really high percentage, and you can't have big, huge runs, which is true. But I just wanted to make a point to that point because that's true, and there's nothing that we in the binary options market we can do about that. If you're trading binary, it's not like forex. Forex, could get a huge pip run. Futures, you could catch a 10, 15 point run, and that changes the whole month. There's nothing like that, in binary. But also, I've been trading a long time. those really, really big hits are few and far between when you keep getting stopped out, which is the point I wanted to bring up about binary options. And I don't know if I can't really say this is an edge, but it's a benefit of trading binary options. And that benefit is no stop loss. Okay? Because in every other market, that stop loss is a killer. We use the stop loss to protect ourselves, from taking huge losses. But the problem with that is that everybody has been taught to put their stop loss in the same spot. So the brokers know where your stop losses are at. Some brokers are just taking the other side of the trade, so of course they know where your stop loss is at. But regardless, you've been taught to put your stop loss in the same spot everybody's taught to put it. Therefore, many times in other markets, even if you are right about the direction the market is going to go in, the market will pull back, stop you out first, then go. It happens all the time. It happened to somebody while I was making this video. It happened to somebody 5 minutes ago, right before you just saw this video. It happens all the time. So everybody who's trading in the forex, crypto markets, any markets that you have to have a stop, a regular market. Hey, that stop that's how the brokers come up. What I like about binary options is there is no stop loss. What you have to focus on is being right about the direction. And if you understand the market cycle, you can be right about the direction a lot more. For those of you who are in other markets and you keep getting stopped out and you was like, but I was right. Stopped you out. I was right. Stopped you out, but you was right. Maybe forget trying to catch big hits and just go to binary options and make a consistent amount of money every day. That's the difference. Now, I can't have a big hit. I can't have no big runs. But if I want to make $500 today in the binary options market, there's a way to do that. See, in other markets, you almost gotta get lucky to hit a specific dollar amount. You're trying to get so many pips. You're trying to get so many, points. But in binary options, hey, if I want to make $1,000 today, I can sit down and trade until I make $1,000. Now, of course, everything has to work out. But I'm just saying I can pick a certain dollar amount that I need and make that dollar amount. So, there's just different benefits in these markets. Binary options market has benefits. The regular market has benefits. Somebody just mentioned that in a comment the other day. So I just kind of want to bring it up. The more I think about it, it's really not an edge. It's a binary options benefit that there's no stop loss. So if you have a great system or a great strategy like price action that puts you where the EMA puts us on the right side of the market more times than not, I know which way the market is headed. So all you have to do in binary options is figure out how long it takes for your trade to win at a high clip. Just like we did with the range phase setup. The range phase setup, I used to skip it because it seemed like as soon as I would enter, it would come back. As soon as I would enter, it would come back. Until one day I said, let me look at the successful range fades, count how many bars it takes it to really finally take off. And what I saw is that, it takes 6-7 bars. This is why I trade on the minute chart. I was able just to count 6-7 bars. That's 6 minutes. Let me start going 10 minutes and see what happens. Boom. Range fade summer, right? Then we had, just from that, we had the range fade summer, and we won all summer. Taking range phase setups at 10 minutes simply because I was able to just identify the edge. Like, okay, I know, how to identify the top and the bottom, supply, demand, box it up. All I have to do next is figure out how long does it take for a range fade to win on an average basis. I'm on a minute chart. Let me just count the minutes. It was like 6 or 7 minutes and you're good. So I went 10 and bam. Range phase summer. You can do that with many types of setups. If you understand a market cycle, understand setups, how long it should, then just look back test, look at old charts, see, all right, the higher low, lower high setup, it works at 3 minutes. Okay. People have been asking me about this. It works at 3 minutes, but I'm really starting to lean to 5 because that setup has the potential to go sideways for a couple bars and then take off. So I'm still on the bubble. It can go either way. But the last month I've been doing 5 minutes and the results are the same or better. So before I just go change it all the way, I'm not sure. I'm still kind of going back and forth. But this is the kind of stuff you can do with binary options just by going over old charts and say, all right, let's see how many bars did it take for this to win. How many bars? Okay, this one would have been a loss. 5 minutes would have won. You know, what I'm seeing mostly is that the 3 and 5, they always win at the same time. Like either when it's a win, it would have won in 3 minutes, it would have won in 5 minutes. But I've had many comeback wins on that fifth candle. That's why I'm leaning towards 5 minutes for the higher low, lower high setups. But you can do this kind of research in binary options. And because there's no stop loss, all you have to do is get better at market direction. And price action trading is all about direction because we just follow the EMA. That's why these trades off of the EMA work so well. I'll just leave it at that. That's why the trades off the EMA work so well, because the EMA already giving us direct direction. And so we're already dropping. We get 2 legs back to the EMA, right? We already know we're heading down. So when we see that 2 legs back and get the signal candle off the EMA, it's a go. And we already know that 3 minutes is about what you need. In the next 3 minutes, you're probably gonna go lower. This is the edge that we have with price action trading and binary options. Understanding the market cycle, understanding the setups that we have, and taking them when they come. That's our edge. That's my edge, and I'm gonna stick to it. So that's the lesson for today. You know, thank you guys again for staying to the end. As usual, as a bonus, we're gonna do a trade example where you can see me take a live trade, hear my thoughts, what I was thinking when I took the trade, and we'll see the result. So let's check that out now. All right, so we got some good price action here on the pound Audi. You know, we've had a pretty strong trend down. You know, trend break, new leg down, another trend break, 1, 2, 3 legs down. Made a low, so this is actually the low here, pushing up, trying to make a higher low. This actually be a 5-minute setup. And we've pushed up and we've come back and we're testing the EMA now. If this candle turns strong and heads back up, we know we'll be coming to test these highs here and here. Go, no go candle. We just want to see the rejection here. Here it comes. Close on your top. We're in 5 minutes, expecting we're coming to test the highs here and here. 5-minute trade. Great trade. So I hope you like that trade example. I really appreciate you guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I greatly appreciate it. My name is JD, and as always, I wish you increase on the Sutton. Bye-bye.